Hello and welcome to Kim's Cozy Corner. We are going to set up our second hydroponic system today. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Y'all, it's snow on the ground outside. So I'm not doing a whole bunch of gardening outside. So we are now gardening inside at Kim's Cozy Corner. And when I'm gardening inside, I like to garden in a couple different ways. I have everything growing in my indoor grow tent, which I've already started setting up. So if you haven't seen those videos, they're out there. And in my indoor grow tent, I have GreenStalks in there. I will have pots in there as well as other types of containers. But in addition to that, I also like to grow in hydroponic systems. Now, I grow in the hydroponic system just because I can keep everything close to the kitchen, and I call it my salad bar is what I like to call it. So we've already planted together this Letpot hydroponic system about a week ago. No, it hadn't been a week. Less than a week ago, we planted it together, and I want to show you how it's doing because some of the little seedlings have already sprouted. And then we're going to set up what I call the big boy. This is the Letpot Max, and it has like 20 some odd pockets or something like that, where this one only has 12. But we're going to set this one up. And since we already have our lettuce planted, we already have our spinach planted, if this is a salad bar, y'all, we need tomatoes and we need cucumbers. So that's what we're going to focus on today is tomatoes and cucumbers in this larger unit that I have. But first, let me show you how the first system's doing. And I will put up here just how many days ago it's really been since I planted this up. Hydroponic systems, they don't need any soil. You grow in water, and so you use light, water, and you add nutrition to the water, and that's how your plants grow. And this will be my, I think, third season growing in my hydroponic system. So let me show you how this one's doing first. I'll turn it off so you can see what's happening, and then we'll work on this other one. Well, I changed my mind. I decided not to turn it off because you can see better with it on. And y'all look, I put some name tags on here. I got rid of those sticks and I actually put little labels on here, which makes it much, much easier. So you can see everything that I have taken the little dome off of. So here's the little dome right here. That's a dome. And if it still has a dome on it, that means that it hasn't germinated yet. And if you look here, y'all, everything has germinated except for the spinach. Spinach is always last for me. It's last, but that's okay. But all of the iceberg lettuce, look at that right there. See that iceberg lettuce? The outrageous, and y'all, I messed up on the last video. I thought I had one Merlot and one outrageous, and it ended up when I went back and looked at the video, I messed up. I got two outrageous, but that's quite all right. I'm okay with that. And then here we have the Mervelle. I always say Maryville. Mervelle. In there, there's a teeny little plant. Teeny little plant. And then all the way back, y'all, I just wanted you to see that in just a few days, look at that one back there. Look at that ruby red. In just a few days, y'all, everything has already come up. And so with the exception of spinach, y'all, it looks like everything's going to germinate. So I went ahead and removed the domes so that I'm giving everything room to grow, but I still need to keep this light all the way down as far as I can go. And I'm only going to lift it just enough where I have an inch or two above the plants. And that's how we're going to grow in this system. Now, y'all, let's go set up that other system. Whew. All right, y'all, I am being a little bit lazy today, just a little bit. But we are going to, yes, I'm sitting in a chair doing this work. But we're going to get this box out the way and start this unit up. I just like keeping the box so you can kind of see it. So if you go online on YouTube or something like that, or on Amazon and you're looking for it, you can at least see what the box looks like. But I will have links to everything down below. So this one has, oh my goodness, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. This has 20 pockets in it. 20. 20. Now, y'all, I just said I'm putting cucumbers and tomatoes in here. And I am growing micro dwarf tomatoes and cucumbers that don't vine that long. But y'all, I can't put 20 plants in this small of a space. So we are going to only put in, I think, 12-ish, 10-ish, 12-ish, something like that. But the first step, the first thing that I need to do is put water into the system. So let's do that first. I've already made my water with the nutrition in it. So there's a part A and a part B that I'm adding to this. I'm using 4 liters of water, 20 milliliters of each one of these. And we're going to pour it into the system here. I don't want to turn it on yet, because once I turn it on, and if I accidentally have this on, I don't want to burn the pump up. There is a pump in this system. And this one, you can do continuous watering. And so there's a whole nother setup where, you don't have to watch the water. It will, when it needs water, it will water itself. I don't have that set up, but there is a way to do that on the system. And you can put your nutrition in here, and when it needs water, it will meter the nutrition in with the water. I don't have mine set up that way. You're supposed to use purified water to do this step, or filtered water or distilled water. I am using my filtered water for the house that has multiple stages of filtration in it, reverse osmosis, a whole bunch of other stuff. So I'm using my tap water, but it's not really tap water by the time it comes out my tap. If you are on well water or even city water, as far as that goes, it would be better if you use purified water. So we're going to pour this in here. I'm hoping I can get this light enough where you can see what I'm doing. Let's lift this all the way up just so it's out the way. And so if I spill, I'm going to spill inside. Now this is a much larger unit. So with this unit being larger, now I can turn it on. I don't know if that's going to help or hurt, but we can turn it on now. Well, that helps a little bit for you. Anyway, for this unit here, it's probably about twice the size of this other unit. And so I need a lot more water. So we're going to go get one more batch of water. I need 20 milliliters of both part A and part B. And now I'm going to go get some water. The one thing that I don't have in this room is good lighting. So I'm trying a lot of different things to try to make it where you can see what I'm doing. So I've turned the light back off again. All right. It's in there. We'll put this back on. And remember, y'all, there are 20 spaces. I don't need 20 plants, but let's see how many plants I do need. So let's go talk about what we're going to put in here next. And then we will add our little sponges. So I said we're growing tomatoes and cucumbers. So let's start with the tomatoes. In this system here, like, you probably could grow a dwarf tomato. You probably could grow a determinate or indeterminate tomato in this system here. I choose to grow micro dwarf tomatoes. I don't want them getting much taller than 1 foot to 1.5 feet at most. And I didn't buy a whole bunch of seeds, so I got to use what I already have. So we are going to grow 3 different types of micro dwarf tomatoes. We are going to grow the Tiny Tim. We're going to grow Orange Hat. And so, I got 1 red, I have 1 orange, and guess what, y'all? I got 1 yellow one too. We're going to also grow this one right here. Now this one I tried to grow in my GreenStalk outdoors with my dwarf tomatoes, and I didn't realize that it only gets this tall. So I had to move it over into with my micro dwarf tomatoes. So we're gonna have one red, one yellow, and one orange. That's, if I do 2 plants of each, that's already 6 pockets, y'all. Do I have room to do that? Just in case one doesn't come up, right? I need 2 of each. That was stupid, y'all. I didn't put the thing. Ooh, y'all, I'm getting ahead of myself. Hold on a second. Now, y'all, I should cut that out, but I'm not. I'm going to let you see my mistake. So if we do 2 of each, y'all, that's 6. But, you know, they might not come up. So I'm still going to do 2 of each. You just never know, right? So let's see. The best way to do it, kind of space them out a little bit here. Here we go. That's how we're going to do it. Because I want them spaced out so they're not all on top of each other. So we're going to do it like that. But now I got these holes that I don't plan on using, right? That's when you use these tops. And I don't know how much of this you can see. For any pockets you're not using, you put one of these little tops on. Now, I know I'm not using those. I know I got 2 of each of those tomatoes that we've talked about. So now I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I have 10 more spots that I can use. And we're going to put our cucumbers over here. Now, in order to grow cucumbers indoors, you need to get cucumbers that are self-pollinating. And there's a name for it, yeah, let me see what that name is. It's called, where is it? I say self-pollinating, but there's a real name for it, y'all. I'll put it right up here. I will put it right here so you can see it, because I don't see it on the seed packs. There are 2 varieties I'm going to grow this year. Last year, I only grew Quick Snack. And here's a picture of Quick Snack right here. It's not on my seed pack, but there is a picture of it right here. Quick Snack gave me the most cutest little cucumbers. They were perfect. They were tender. They were sweet. The skins weren't tough. They were just big enough. And I think I had 3 plants that made it or something like that. And it gave us enough for 2 or 3 salads a week once it started coming in heavy. But y'all, that wasn't enough. I want more cucumbers. I might want a cucumber salad versus cucumbers in salad, right? So we are going to introduce a new self-pollinating cucumber this year. It's called Mini Me. And some of my subscribers said that they grew Mini Me, and that's why I thought I would give it a try as well. And I got these Mini Me right off of Amazon. It's nothing special, nothing, I don't know anything about the company. I take it back, I do know about this company. It's from Park Seeds, but you can get it from any company. So we're gonna do Mini Me and Quick Snack. And they're both very similar cucumbers, at least based on the pictures that I saw of the Mini Me. So we got 2 cucumbers. Now I feel like I need 3 plants of each because I only had 3 plants last year and I need to try to double that up. So if we go with 3 of each, how can we do this? Do that maybe? I want to keep a space in between. All right, we're going to have to do it that way. And then we need to cover up the holes that we're not using. And we need to put our sponges in. I remembered to put the little holders in her this time, y'all. And this may be way too much for the system, but we will find out together. And last time, y'all, I had the cucumbers growing up this side and I put some trellising and some other things to kind of hold it up. And then they got taller than the unit. So then I ran it up this picture behind me here. And if I need to do that again this year, guess what, y'all? We're going to do it. We will do it again if we have to. All right. Uh-oh, I accidentally turned it on. I didn't mean to, but I did. Let's leave it off so you can at least see what I'm doing. So now, y'all, it's time to put our seeds in. And y'all, these seeds are expensive. Did I say they were expensive? Ooh, they were expensive. I only got, what, 10 seeds? So y'all know I will be saving my seeds if I can. I don't know if I can save these, if they're self-pollinating, if you can save them or not. I don't know. I might have to look into that because, yeah, a pack of 10, y'all. I'm not happy about the pack of 10. Is there really 10 even in there? I guess there is. Anyway, I am going to put one. Uh-oh, y'all, what am I doing? Okay. I'm putting one seed per hole. I could put two, but I'm choosing not to because two seeds will overwhelm that pocket. It really would if they both germinate. So we'll just put one. If it doesn't come up, then we'll come back and add another. That way I'm not wasting seeds. I don't want to have to cut it out. So we have in the front, what did I just call them? Mini me in these first three. And y'all, I'm going to do it right this time. I got my label maker. I'm not going through all of that again. Get my label maker out and mini me. That's easy to remember. Mini me. That's what we're going to grow. So we're going to print it out and then we're going to cut it. All right. That might not even come in, but anyway, we're going to label. That way we don't mess up. Is anybody else growing cucumbers inside this year? If so, what varieties are you growing? Mini me, get on there. Here we go. And then quick snack. So yes, what varieties are you growing if you're growing cucumbers or tomatoes indoors? And I know there's so many other hydroponic systems out there. There's some really nice systems out there, but this is what I have. So this is what we're using. All right, quick snack. Y'all, I don't know why I didn't invest in one of these a long time ago. And they can handle the sun, they can handle the weather. And y'all, I've been dealing with name tags. And then they fade, and then I don't know what's in there, and I'm guessing. But I'm sure over time, these will eventually fade too. But this is where we are. Quick snack is back here. Now, let's get the quick snack in there. Do I have enough of quick snack? And these seeds were expensive too, but these are from last year at least. So I didn't have to purchase those this year. When I get downstairs in my indoor grow space, in my grow tent, probably in my GreenStalk, there is another self-pollinating cucumber that I'm going to put down there. Now, I don't think this cucumber vine stays small. I think it's a much bigger vine. And I don't even have it up here, so I can't tell you the name. We'll wait till we're putting it in together, and then I'll let you know the name of that one, which will be here in just a few days. So don't worry, it's coming. All right, they're both in. Let's cover it up. And so we're going to try to grow some downstairs in my indoor grow space. I have not done well downstairs trying to grow cucumbers, but I succeeded last year upstairs. So we will do this again. There's very few things that I miss in the winter months that I can get fresh in the garden, like green beans. Usually by the winter, y'all, I don't want to see another bean. So green beans is not one of the things I crave in the winter. Cucumbers and tomatoes are. And when you get that stuff from the grocery store that has no taste, it's a letdown. It's so disappointing. So I'm going to try to grow them myself so that I'm not let down. All right, y'all, let's get these tomato plants in. I'm going to make my name tags first this time. I'm not messing up. I'm just going to call it red. Oh, well, I could call it Tiny Tim. That's a short name. I'm not writing all of that out. That's too much to write out. I'm just going to call it yellow. G yellow is what I'm going to call it. And then we'll do our orange hat. And then we will do Tiny Tim. My preferred red tomato in this system is Red Robin. But y'all, I have 0 Red Robin seeds. I don't have any at all. And y'all, when I got hundreds of packs of seeds and I said I was going to cut back, right? I know I got a problem, right? That's the first signs of getting help, is realizing you have a problem. And I have a seed problem. And for my seed problem. I had said this year I wasn't going to buy any seeds. I have plenty of varieties out there. I'm not going to buy any seeds right now. I'm not planning on it. The plan is not to buy any seeds. Let's see how long that lasts, y'all. Try to use what I got, right? I mean, I have more than enough. I have plenty of varieties. If there is a particular type plant that I'm trying to grow and I had no seeds or the seeds weren't germinating, it would make sense to buy some, right? And that's going to be my excuse when I do buy something. Just wait. That's going to be my excuse. But for now, I'm using what I got. Y'all know Christmas is coming up, the holidays, you know, all these big meals, weddings coming up. Y'all, I can't be spending money on that kind of stuff right now. Now we can put our seeds in. Now I put this yellow tomato right here on this end. It is the shortest tomato plant I have. Tiny Tim, I think, is kind of short as well, but the orange hat, well, they're all short, y'all. I just didn't want anything blocking anything is what I'm trying to say. And I'm only doing 2 of each. Oops. And I usually get, I just had orange hat. I usually have good germination. But these stay small enough, y'all. I had 2 coming out of the pockets last year and they did just fine. So we're going to do it again. And these little, this teeny little bitty plant, y'all. Ooh, it gave me tomatoes early, and it gave me a lot of tomatoes. I mean, they were heavy producers, and I couldn't even get them all, y'all. I'll just be honest with you. I didn't. I let them go bad on the vine because I just couldn't get them all. But our goal is to get all of these and share, right? We're going to be sharing these seeds with Grandpa and family and friends. Uh-oh, maybe. I thought there was some seeds in here. Well, you ain't gonna get no seeds out of that pack. But wait, there's more. See, this is why I don't need to buy seeds, y'all. You see how many seeds I got? I thought I was running low and then I went bought another pack or 2 or 3 or 4, or I forgot I had seeds. That's how it goes for me. And seeds last years, y'all, years. My grandfather used to throw his seeds away. The ones that he didn't save from year to year, everything else he threw away, and he started fresh every year. Y'all, I don't do that. These seeds, with the exception of onion, what else? Carrots usually go bad on me faster than most things. But y'all, I've been growing 20-year-old peppers. I've been growing 10, 15-year-old peppers. I have tomato plants that I've been growing for, you know, almost 15 years as well, and I still have those seed packs. So just know this stuff lasts, right? You don't have to buy seeds every year unless you have a problem like I do. All right, y'all, I got the seeds in. Let's get our domes over on these side, on this side, I should say. I got some more very, very fun projects coming up that we're going to do together. And those projects include potatoes and lettuce and I've already told you cucumbers and tomatoes. And if I have time, it's going to include some, what else? Cabbage and collards. We just got to see how much time I got, y'all. The wedding is almost here and my time is limited. So I need 2 more domes. I'll be right back. There's one dome. Oh, these domes are bigger than the other ones. Y'all, and I got shaky hands trying to get things apart. That's not easy for me. Okay, got it all labeled. Got an extra dome, extra top. It's all labeled. It's ready to go. Now, I will have to add supports, but I'm going to wait to see what comes up first. So now we're going to lower this all the way down as far as it'll go. Now this one, the water meter on this one is digital, it's electronic, so it's on the front of this unit. So this will come on at 7 o'clock. It's going to go off at 11, but I'm going to switch it and make it match the other one. The pump is operating, and the brightness, there's two different types. There's fruit and flower, which is what I need to have this one on, or there's vegetables and herbs. So vegetables and herbs are growing in the unit over there. In this unit, we're growing fruiting, flowering plants. Now, I could leave it on vegetables and herbs until they start blooming and then switch over, but I'm not going to do all of that. I got the brightness all the way up, and we are rolling, y'all. We're rolling. Everything's doing the way it needs to do. I have the Wi-Fi is on. We're doing Fahrenheit. The water is at 68 degrees. Y'all, that's it. That's everything we need right now. The app lets us do it all from the comfort of wherever I'm sitting. All right. I think we're good now. We're all synced up. So it says I need to add a little more water. I will wait and add that water a little later. I just want to get it going for now. And it's all set up, ready to go, and it's operating the way it should. So y'all, we have the salad bar. The salad bar is ready to go. We have our several different varieties of mixed lettuce. We have our varieties of cucumbers. We have our varieties of tomatoes. The salad bar is set up, ready to go. And now, y'all, that's it for the hydroponics. All we got to do is watch it grow, bring you back every week and show you how it's doing and how we harvest. But now we need to focus on everything else that's going on down in that grow tent downstairs. So until next time, and I hope there'll be a next time that you choose to hang out at Kim's Cozy Corner with me. Bye.